Our next speaker can be seen on stages from Inman Connect, Realtor Results Summit, and various other conferences and events speaking about real estate, marketing, tech, and culture. But most importantly, she is the CEO of the Cape House at William Reve on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. What? William Ravis. I was getting all fancy. I was speaking my Miss Piggy French. I saw William Ravis on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, where she and her business partner head up Cape House Pride, a local network of LGBTQ-friendly real estate professionals. So you know what that means. We all got the hookup for summer houses in P-Town, bitches. Give it up for Katie Clancy.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here. So this is the third year that I've had the privilege to present at NAGLREP. And the first time that I came, it blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind as I was like, okay, this is gonna be really good. This is an opportunity. I really had to show up and really be something. And I was just so nervous. And I was met with a community of people who just loved me. From the moment I walked, you just loved me. You didn't know anything about me, and you were like, come on in, the water's fine. I was like, okay, all right. And not only that, was I accepted. You didn't know anything about me. You didn't know if I was gay, straight, you didn't know what was up, but you're just happy to see me. And I really, really appreciated that. And it changed how I do my business. When I left my when I went home after the first conference, I was like, my God, every single person in this room, virtually every person, has gone through a massive, massive event in your life. Figuring out who you are and having to explain it to everybody. It's extremely personal, and you've already gone through this incredible thing. You are an elite group of humans, and I am privileged to be with you. And I was inspired to come out myself as all of who I am. Regardless of sexuality or whatever, there's a lot of things I wasn't being because I didn't think people would accept me. And I was like, are you kidding me? God. So thank you for that. My life is better because I'm with you. So we're going to talk about relationship marketing, and it's going to I'm going to fast forward. It ends real good. Doesn't start real good. When I started in real estate, it was 2006 and everything was awesome. I was awesome, the market was awesome, my marriage was awesome, my husband's building business was going really, really well. I had just gotten all my kids into school full time. I kept my day job, so I had insurance. Like, what could go wrong? It was 2006. And within about 18 months of making that decision, we found out we were having another baby. What the fuck? Oh my God. Remember I told you they were all in school? And I'm like, by the way, yeah. So whatever, or roll with that, fine, we can do that. I know how to do this. I got 3 already, we can handle it, we'll make it work. But then the first bank collapsed. Then the next one. And then the economy really started to slow down. Then my husband's business started to go not so great. Then we had trouble paying our bills because I had just started this business. I didn't know what I was doing. I was working my butt off, 2 jobs, but I wasn't making very much money. So there's major tension in the marriage. We're not making I accepted charity from my church to buy groceries. It was rough. Then we almost lost our house. And we're not really getting along real well at this point. This picture that you see is a family picture from that time, and I couldn't even look in the camera. I was not happy. This is not a happy picture. We were about 2 weeks, so it was fall, whatever it was, and we had this beautiful baby. She's awesome and amazing. She got braces yesterday, so mouth is a wreck, but she needs them, believe me. So we found out we were pregnant again, and I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind, but like, you know what? Let's just do this. You know, I think we had sex one time. Like, I can't remember. I didn't even enjoy it. And now I'm pregnant. This is great. The hell is it? I still hated his guts. I'm like, all right, was I drunk? What happened? we're like, all right, what are we gonna do? It's in the fall, we're getting close to the holidays, we're not really talking, have no idea how we're gonna do Christmas. Holy crap, we wait till the very last, like until I'm really actually showing to admit to our friends and family that we're that freaking stupid to, like let this happen again. We finally tell them, and within 2 weeks of that, and I'm running on a very thin thread at this point, still not making any money, still not sure how we're paying the mortgage. Oh, wait, we're not paying the mortgage, that's right, I forgot. We found out the baby's really sick. Baby's really sick. We lost the baby 2 weeks before Christmas. It almost undid me. It's the first time in my life, the only time in my life, I'm a pretty happy person, where I couldn't do it. I needed medicine, I needed therapy, I needed everything. I told you I took charity from church, like I didn't know what to do. But I got so angry about it that I said, you know what, F this. I decided I'm not going to be defined by what the world does to me. I am going to be defined by what I do in the world. So I set out to be a blessing to everyone I came to, because I sure as heck couldn't figure out my own problems. So that idea in my head of being a blessing to everyone leads to my first tip here when we're talking about relationships. And yes, this all ties to business. If you have a why that is about other people, it is so much easier to just plow forward. Because if you're like, I want to hit 20 million this year. I want to have this goal. I want to take, a really great trip and everything. That's about you. And when you go out there and you're building your business, everybody's going to know that you're trying to make your goals. You know what I mean? You're working for you, not for them. But if you have a why that's about others, and also when we have that us goal, you know it, they know it, and it feels a little dirty. I just want to close this one. Come on, what am I going to get? End of the month. Come on, let's close it now. But if you have a why about others, and you sprinkle that shit on everything, things start to get real good. So that's what I started to do, and I started to feel better. And when you feel better, you do better. The second one is just a basic marketing concept. If anybody has been to Inbound or knows HubSpot, personas. You know your personas. So you need to know who you're selling to. Who do you love to work with? Just think of those clients right now that you're like, oh my God, I could work with 10 of them at the same time. They're just so great. We just have this good mojo. You need to know what their pain points are, know what their goals, their wishes, their dreams are. You almost like paint a picture. So if it's, all right, I'm picturing for us on the Cape, we have a big retirement community. And so think, all right, I've got one set of personas that I call them, what name did I give them? Now I can't remember anything. Anyway, Mike and Sue, whatever. They've lived a great life. They've both worked very, very hard. They were very much concerned about status at one point in their life, and they still are, but they want to downsize a little bit and they want to come and retire. I love them. They know business. They respect me. They're very demanding, but I'm happy to meet those demands. And then we've got, probably got 4 different personas that I really love to work with. Stick to what you know and love. You're not the right person for everybody. Don't try to reach out to everybody. This whole spray and pray marketing stuff is a waste of time and money. I love this. Daddy, instead of a story, can you read me some branded content? Nobody gives a crap, okay? Nobody gives a crap how great you are. They'll tell you how great you are. Don't you tell them. Tell them a story about them. So when you're writing your listing verbiage, think about the fact that you're telling the story of a lifestyle. Use verbs in your listing verbiage. Verbiage. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I can see that. I know buyers are crazy, but they're not stupid. Like they can get all the stats. You want to tell them what it's like to live in this house. And your website tells the story of your brand, and of course, your bio is the story of you. It's not your resume in paragraph form. This one I find really fascinating, playing nice in the sandbox. Why would you not share info? Why wouldn't you love up your other agents? I realized this. I went from a boutique firm to a Coldwell Banker brokerage, and I was looking at the people at Coldwell Banker. Those were my competition. I didn't share anything with them, whatever. I'm like, oh, no, not going to tell you anything about what I do to list my houses. And then suddenly I'm in the same office with them. I'm like, oh, let's collaborate. You're like, What changed? Nothing. Be nice to the people you work with because, first of all, it's the right thing to do and it feels good, and that's really where everything should come from. But second, turns out you make money being a good person. All right? Right? Am I right? So the people in this room right now are your referral sources. And the people who are in your market area who we're like the most protective of, are you crazy? They are your sales force. You don't have a buyer for that house. Who are you kidding? You got this listing. You're not going to sell it. You might. But really, how often does that really happen? It usually is going to be a co-broker who's going to come in. So you want people to see that it's your listing and be like, yes, she's so fun. She's so nice. She's got her shit together. Her lawyers love her. We always have tight paperwork. That's how you want to be out there. This kind of goes without saying. But give on every level. You can be a donor of money. You can be a giver of your time. Time, talent, treasure. Be out there. Have a spirit of giving. Ask in your head. Like right now, I am standing up here and looking at you guys and I love you. First of all, I love you. Second, I'm like, I am here. These people paid a lot of money to come here. They took time out of their businesses. I better deliver. That's what I'm thinking about. Also, I'm wondering if my blouse is opening, but you'll let me know. No, you won't. You won't even tell me, will you? All right. So, leverage social media. This seems like a no-brainer. Social media is so far past a novelty. It is the internet. You must have presence. Now, you don't have to be all over the place, but if you're going to create relationship, you've got to share, and you've got to be accessible. Here's one of the ironies that kind of blew my mind. I did a social media presentation last year, and people were like, well, I don't want to share my private stuff up there. I'm like, well, what are we talking about? Like, maybe you shouldn't be taking those pictures. But they people really carefully curating what they put out there, and it wasn't really accurate. It was just all the super shiny stuff, like little highlights. People want to know who you are. Of all the people in the world, you've already said who you sleep with. This is who I have sex with. Yes. But you're not going to tell them that you have a dog? Like, you're not going to let them know that you love Evita. Like, why not? Oh, does that go without saying? I don't know. So it's okay. Don't hide those things that define you. Because if you share them, you're going to attract the people who appreciate that about you. And you know what? You're gonna push away the people who don't appreciate that. And you don't want to work with them anyway. But be intentional and consistent. I mean, these are all common sense things, but you must engage. It's not a push, it's an engagement. It's a two-way street. This is one of my favorite things, and we're starting this right now. This is something you can start when you go home. Take this with you. Take a picture of it. If you come talk to me, I will give you a copy of how we do this. We do a gratitude campaign. We don't do Christmas cards because a lot of our clients don't celebrate Christmas. Also, I am too freaking busy in December to be doing that kind of crap. Anybody do like actual Christmas cards? It's like a mailing from hell. Like real like family Christmas cards. Oh, love the Clancys. Actually, one Christmas, I should put this card up. I was very busy. Okay, 4 kids is a lot of kids. And I got them all on the card, which was really good. It was like, oh, such a cute picture. It was even professionally done. And I was sitting there signing them at some event, and I'm looking at with horror that I realized I have left off the name of one of my children. I'm like, she can't read. She doesn't care. I don't have time. I'm going to send them. I'm like, oh, I sent them. I'm a bad mom, but that's okay. So here's the basic, so the gratitude campaign. You're hitting everybody who has made your business good. Everybody you feel gratitude to. I even did the silly thing where it says, what do you do for your family? I wrote a personal note to my husband, and I said, thank you so much for, putting up with the late nights and the crazy hours, and I come home and I'm tense about something or whatever. And I stuck it in the mail, and I knew when it was coming in, so I'm sitting at my own house, and I watched him come home and get the mail. You get my card. And he opened it up, and I thought he'd be like, you're such a nerd. Why do you do this? He really appreciated it. It mattered to him that I took time to thank him, and he's the last person I think to thank. which isn't cool. And what Sherry just said before, this is a job, and a lot of us identify as like real estate agents, realtors. We really love our jobs, but no one's going to love you more than your family and the people who are closest to you. And you need to take care of them because they're the ones who go through the most crap with you. Believe me. So these are all the things that I do. We can talk more about that later. Oh my God, this is my favorite part. Okay, so it's a martini. So what's not to love? Civic marketing is one of the most fun ways to be yourself and engage with your community, expose yourself to a whole new level of audience, and to get endorsements from companies and businesses who your market will respect. So civic marketing, yes, it is partly about being on boards and whatnot, but you can take it to another level. So 2 rules about this. You have to choose strategically. You can't be on every board. I would say 3 is a max for you to be able to really contribute to it. So choose strategically. You need to believe in the mission of whatever the organization is, and you've got to be ready to invest time, talent, and treasure. You're going to spend money there. You're going to spend time there, and you're going to help. But strategically, like I'm involved with the local land trust. It has a much older demographic, but these people have been in my community for a very long time, and they've got lots of property there, and they know lots of people, and it's been wonderful. I've gotten business from there. But here's how you get the most out of it. 3 things to do. One is the give back. So whatever organization you're involved in, and this includes church. It's okay to do this at church. You go to the biggest mouth in the organization. You know who it is. It's not necessarily the leader, but it's the influencer or influencers in that organization. Be like, I don't know if you realize this, but anytime someone from our organization gives me business or sends me a referral, I give part of my commission back to the organization. I just didn't know if you knew that. I feel weird about being too, oh, hey, look what I'll do. If you tell the right people, that shit's getting in the newsletter, right? Or they start talking like, that Katie, she is so sweet. Do you know what she does? And she's like, stop, go on. It's good. And even if you never get business from that, or you don't get business for a long time from there, they know that you're a giver. And that puts you, because so many people approach us like, a realtor, I don't really trust them. But you become humanized, like they're going to give up their commission? Yeah, I am. Because I'm really grateful for that opportunity. Second thing is the namesake. So that martini right there, it's a real thing. We have a Cape House martini at the Harvest Gallery and Wine Bar in Dennis, Massachusetts, where I invented this drink with the bartender there. The one time I went there, it was crazy. I go one time and they make a drink for me. I was like a couple times. And there are a lot. It's a really good drink. Anyway, so when you order this drink at Harvest Gallery and Wine Bar and you post it on social and you tag it with hashtag Cape House Martini, I give $5 to the Dennis Conservation Trust. That's a win-win-ity-win-win, right? I get some love, the bar gets some love, the trust gets some money and some attention, which they desperately need. They have they're really looking to engage a younger demographic. Really fun. You can do that with a sandwich. You can do that with all sorts of things. And then really fun, the Townie Starter Kit. The Townie Starter Kit is something that I did with a higher-end buyer. So I have higher-end buyers who are coming in for second homes. They want to feel like they belong. They want to feel like they're part of the community. They don't want to look like tourists or summer people. They want to look like they live there. So I give them 5 envelopes, one from each, from a different business. What could be a restaurant, a hair salon, I did the bar, I did an ice cream store, I did a candy store because they have kids. They don't know what's in the envelope, but in that, they have to give it to a specific person. They're giving it to like the head bartender, or they're giving it to the owner, or they're giving it, but they have to find that person at that place. Once they've done that, okay, now they're in with that bartender. Well, me and Annie, we go way back. Oh my gosh, like Annie, who's Annie? You don't know Annie? Annie is the head bartender at Harvest Gallery. How do you not know that? And now they're just so excited that they know something. And they give whatever, a couple of free drinks, a haircut, whatever. It's like it's 2 things. It's a gift certificate with a college education. It's a self-administering drip campaign because they don't use it all at once. They save them. And they go out and like maybe next month they take the kids to the candy store, they rip it open and there's 3 $5 bills and they hand them over to Nancy at Nancy's Candy and go get their candy. And then post that shizzle all over Facebook. Look what my realtor did. She's so great. It's 6 months later. I haven't had to do anything. And you know what? It didn't cost very much money. And everybody gained something from that. But here's the thing. One of my favorite quotes is, you can pray to make the bus, but you still have to run. You still got to run. So you still have to continue to ask for referrals and for business when it's appropriate. So anyway, who do you know who's looking to buy or sell on Cape Cod? Come see me. I will take care of it. And the last thing that I want to say is you have got to just hammer whatever it is you do. Now, the old transactional model that most of us were brought up with was pound the phones, all of this real transactional, knock on the doors, work with strangers, all that stuff. You still had to work that hard. But this stuff, you have to work it just as hard. You have to be enthusiastic about all the things that I just told you about. But you can't worry about what you're going to get from it. You just got to be attached to the activity and not the outcome. You hustle your butt off, do what you say you're going to do, and it will come to you. And this is a picture of my family today. We are so happy. My husband's not so happy about the boys that are now in the picture, but they're good boys and they take good care of our girls and we love them very much. But we're really, really happy. I'm happy, I'm killing it, and my business just continues to grow because I've taken this mindset. So I hope that you can also take this mindset and run with who you are and what you love and watch your business grow. Thank you.
So many great ideas. I love the idea for the Townie starter kit. I want to know what's in the P-Town starter kit.